And welcome back to Let's Play Victoria 3 Path to Liberty, where we are now being liberated by having our own independent market, which is worse than we thought. But we're slowly rebuilding and stabilizing the economy. Just to remind you, the French somehow managed to kick us out of the Spanish market, or was it the Spanish that got fed up with us? And as a result, we needed to kind of rebuild our independent market that is functional without being a part of a Spanish market. That was quite difficult, but we're on our way back. So as you can see, there was a huge drop in GDP, but so far we're recovering some of it. Additionally, I wanted to say, I'm sorry, I mispronounced Great Qing. It's Qing, not King, like I said before. So sorry about that. Fun fact, I knew this. I don't know why I mispronounced it. Either way, let's go back into playing the game. So right now we have a bit of an issue when it comes to our trade. We need more convoys to do the training, and for that we actually need to focus into something else. We're inventing electric arc process, which is great but not relevant since electricity is too expensive to take advantage of it. What we do need, however, is gantry cranes. I hope I'm pronouncing that right. Anyway, so gantry trains will give us +1 port max level and unlock industrial port, which will increase our trading capacity. Additionally, we need to think about paper. Right now we have enough paper, to be honest, but the price of it is just humongous. So let's look at our government administration. So as you can see, paper is very expensive, plus 63% compared to base price. So for now, I'm just going to import it from somewhere. But that's not a long-term solution, obviously, so we'll have to think about expanding our industrial capacity to include making paper. But while we're not making the paper, we'll just need some more importation. Now, I wish I had a better way of controlling our economy. Unfortunately, right now there's a revolution brewing. So some interest groups have been trying to overthrow the government for a while now, and as a result of that, we can't reduce or downsize buildings that we already have. There are a couple of buildings I would like to do that with, but it is what it is for now. Now, looking at the economy screen, I can see that we are lacking iron and coal to make steel, so let's just start importing that real quick. Additionally, we have a good lot that we would need to pass to make this situation a little bit better for us, since we're not a huge country. How about we go into free trade? So, right now we want to try this new hot policy called free trade. We can't do that because the only group that actually supports this initiative is the industrialists. So in order to change that, we need to switch it up a little bit and let industrialists be part of the government. And as you can see, the legitimacy drop is real. If we kick out the intelligentsia though, apparently trade unions and industrialists can work together. Who knew? Okay, and that gives us a chance, a very small chance, but a chance to enact free trade. So what free trade will do is increase our trade volume, decrease bureaucracy cost for our trade routes, and increase our competitiveness. But we can't collect tariffs on any goods, which we don't really need as it is, because it's not a lot of money coming from tariffs anyway. So that is good. We're gonna keep working on that. Otherwise, we can't make a lot of changes to the economy at the moment because, yeah, we're stuck in this eternal revolution mode. Electric arc process is unlocked. Right now, electricity is quite expensive, so we're not really looking into making any changes so far. Let's just take a quick look here at the current situation. Low market access is an issue in Liberia. Let's see what's the reason here. So yeah, we have a little bit too much infrastructure. So let's just put in a new railway there. That should fix it. Let's see. So our construction sector is at maximum capacity. I don't want to expand it right now because it will be quite costly. We have a new event raising concern. So rural folk are unhappy that we're ignoring them for the industrialists, and that's actually true. And they just need to accept that. I don't really have a need for rural folk at this point. But yes, after we got booted out of the market, the number of radicals is increasing steadily. Eventually we're gonna have to have a police force for that, but at the moment there doesn't seem to be Too many issues besides the very slow, mostly dead revolution that's been happening for a while here to enact legal guardianship. Is that a positive? Nope, that's a negative when it comes to women's rights. I don't understand why we can't actually go with women's suffrage, but apparently nobody wants that. Enacted trade routes, so let's go back to managing some of our trade routes. Okay, a little bit migration from Dutch people. Let's just see what the game is suggesting, because yeah, I agree, we need more tools. Let's get some more from the Sicilian market. Steel, something we need as well from the American market. Then glass is needed for government buildings too. Luxury clothes. Okay, let's import those as well. Let's also try to export some clothes to the Spanish market. And we have fabric we can export to the British market and the Spanish market actually, right? Then fruit to the Austrian market. What else do we have? We still need to import some coffee, which is strange because we do make our own coffee. Porcelain. Well, I can see why people need porcelain, right? It's very important. Right, engines. I think the tools, we have already a couple of trade routes, and as time goes by they will level up and the intensity will increase, and so we'll get more and more tools. Some coffee from the Spanish market. Yeah, our bureaucracy is getting weaker, so we're just gonna drop a couple of these trade routes. I'm really trigger happy when it comes to these importations and exportations. Import, export is my game. Right, so right now we're kind of going into the red, which is not ideal. Let's increase the taxes for now. Maybe even lower the salaries for government workers. Inefficient agriculture. Industrialists are again complaining about subsistence farming. Do we really have that anywhere? Let's see, is the situation really that bad? Okay, so here we have some subsistence farming. All right, that's not ideal. I think as soon as we can, okay, we can go into lathes and we can maybe make some luxury furniture here. Let's actually see if we can already start improving the production methods. Some of our factories not in clothing. Mechanized looms is in okay. Lathes, precision tools, nope. Soon enough, hopefully, we'll be able to improve that. And assembly for furniture factories. Anything that makes us more profitable. Okay, pig iron tools is actually a better way. But otherwise, I think we're just... Ooh, paper bleaching. I like that. We'll need sulfur, though. Do we have that sulfur? No, we do not. We actually terribly lack sulfur. So for now, it will be that way. Can we make steel in a better method? No. Right, so these will stay where they are. Then, yeah, urban centers are not in a position to be upgraded yet. I think it's also because our trade routes are not as stable as we want them to be. Right, fertilizers are on already, so that's good. Logging camps. What can we do here? Let's keep the hardwood production. Log cards. Dissenters break ranks. The outside observers, the industrialists may appear firmly committed to the idea of free trade, but behind this facade of unity, discord has long... Oh no, that's actually bad for us. That kills the whole thing. That's terrible. Let's just work on implementing something else right now, and we'll get back to the trade policy later. Perhaps we can... No, nothing when it comes to home affairs. Maybe we can have a police. No, we can't. Right. So what do we want to have here? Yeah, right now I don't see any changes that would be positive, so I'm just gonna wait until we can try to enact free trade again. Then we have some input good shortages. Coal. Let's get some coal from the Spanish market. And we have some inefficient trade routes. Let's just lose those to save up on bureaucracy. And perhaps we can even expand where it is. Oh, government administration here. So let's build one more. And here we have some peasants, probably because rubber plantations and other plantations for that matter are not performing very well, but coffee plantations are doing well. So let's just expand this one. That sounds profitable at the very least. Ah, the turtle revolution is still at, oh, okay, there's some dynamism happening. It was 52 for 10 years and now it's 53. What an exciting time to be alive. Right, well, our GDP seems it's kind of stagnating at the moment, which is not where we want to be. So let's keep working on our trade. Yeah, so far iron we're importing. There's no steel trade routes. So that is something we'll eventually have to start looking into. So we lack the sulfite necessary for actually making paper in a more efficient way. Truly a tragic moment. The amount of radicals right now is really making this market stabilization effort very difficult. And central archives are successfully finished. The use of filing cabinets and government administrations drastically increased the effectiveness of state bureaucracy. And oh my lord, I love bureaucracy. Plus 5%. Oh, that's nice. Let's keep the government wages a bit higher and just stay out of the debt that we might incur. Now, we can increase the amounts of ports we have, and actually we can change the way they work. So we can have an industrial port for now, and actually it's a profitable substitution. If that's the case, then good. This will let us upgrade some of our trade routes faster, although some of them are inefficient. So let's just lose some of these coal routes. Then we have a need for engines. Let's tap into the Sicilian market. All right, we need a new technology. Floating harbor immediately. Like, let's just focus on improving our trade. Then we could have more steel, but there's no way to make steel importing profitable. But glass. Okay, let's get some glass from that Austrian market. Have we changed? Yes, so we should change this to an industrial port as well. And let's see, do we have available convoys? Ooh, quite a lot. Aren't we importing tools already? From 3 different routes. So that is already on the way. Steel needed though. Does anybody need some rubber? The British market is looking forward to having some rubber, so let's fulfill that need. Then we can start exporting the luxury furniture to Qing. We can have, I think, a little bit of bureaucracy deficit. Glass from Spanish market. Thank you. And now we're negative when it comes to convoys. Can we build some of these port buildings here? Oh, we have already started doing that, so let's increase the number of ports in Liberian Gabon. Not really a colony that I thought about before, but now I'm glad that we have it because we can build more ports. Okay, let's see if we can try and pass free trade. No, we need to wait 11 weeks more. But then we'll have a higher chance of actually passing it, which is good. Survey a skyscraper site. Wow, we could build a skyscraper, but that will cost us a lot of bureaucracy that we don't have right now. Okay, the revolution is over with. We don't need to worry about it anymore. Look at that, our shipyards are actually quite profitable. And we can increase the profitability by making some military ships. Oh, wow. Hello, world. Say hello to Liberian ships. However, the rubber plantations are not doing well. Let's just get rid of them for now. The iron mines, I think we could make them profitable. We just need some coal, I believe, and tools as well. Mainly coal. Let's just put that here and start importing some more coal, perhaps. Oh. Let's get back to picks and shovels for now. Eventually we're gonna get more coal as our trade routes are more and more effective. What else can we look into? Okay, I think we can get rid of those naval bases because we're not gonna do any naval invasions for now. They're costly and they need a lot of workforce as well. Let's see, we're disappearing. Oh yeah, I don't care about that interest, that's fine. Denial is of no interest, we're trying to fix our internal economy. And voila! Budget is positive. Let's keep it that way for now. Just keep looking for a better way to import steamers. Aren't we making those? It's extensive. Military shipbuilding would be an effective way to go about it. Let's do that. Revolution starting again. What's happening? Why are y'all unhappy again? Free trade. But seriously, what's the revolution is about? They want to overthrow the government because of legal guardianship. Yeah, they wanted me to walk back on women's rights. Not gonna happen. Yeah, we need more convoys for all of these trade routes, not right now. The technology is where it's at. But here we can actually... we already are using industrial ports, so that is good. The problem with these convoys is that, like, it's plus 1000, minus 100, and a plus 1000 again, so it's very unstable. I mean, let's get some more tools anyway. We have some inactive trade routes to remove. Now steel is of interest. Let's import more steel. Maybe we can start exporting some of the dyes. And let's remove these unproductive trade routes, although coal is still important, so I'm reluctant to remove that route. Steel from the Sicilian market, engines from the British market. What else do we need? These ones will keep. I know that they're not very profitable, but eventually maybe they will be, and anyway, I need these resources a lot. Let's see, oh, we're getting more and more profitable, so we can reduce the taxes right now. Yes. What else do we need? We actually need clothes, which we make in our country, so that's terrible. Let's see, so glass has a shortage. Let's import some more glass from the Sicilian market. Yeah, so far, not good. As far as I can see, our GDP is kind of like in the middle. So it's not the worst it has been, but it's kind of stagnating right now. And that's to be expected. That's the aspect I can't say I don't like it because it's a difficulty in the game, so that's a positive, right? But it's an aspect that I don't like in the game because It's sort of like it makes the game very unstable to play. But let's stop subsidizing the steel industry. It's doing quite fine now. We can make it more effective. Let's introduce the beces process, which will require more iron, which we can import from the Spanish market. Ooh, that's a productive one. All right. What else is needed? Let's see, what are we struggling with here? Let's just stop importing these goods. Yeah, let's get more steel coming in from the Scandinavian market. Not the most expensive, productive trade route, but effective. Iron is needed. Let's get that coming from Sicily. Let's see. Okay, we still have some convoys available. Dye works accident. Several workers died today at the Liberian Woodward Coast Dye Works. And we all shall die sooner or later, or they shall not have died in vain. Like, somebody really likes this pun in Paradox. We don't want more radicalism, so... Oh! What happened? There was an event that kind of just disappeared in a second. I don't really understand what happened. I guess it was stalled. Not sure. It went nowhere. That's what happened. Let's see if we can improve any of our production methods, specifically for iron mines. Oh yes, finally. Let's start importing dynamite. I'm done with us being so backward about our iron mine production. Where do we have the iron mines? It's here. Import route from the British market. Let's get it going. Let's see. Are we getting enough? Okay, we need some more. American market. Okay. Women in Liberia have begun organizing to campaign for their right to vote in general elections. I apologize. In general elections. El Ross of the intelligentsia has emerged as a leading figure of this moment. Oh, look, we have a politician lady. A woman politician. I don't know what's the correct term. Listen, don't nail me on a cross for this. This is not my main language. A worthy cause, which will change her, not even her, somebody else's ideology to feminist, or sounds like opposition time. So I don't like her, that means. Jeremiah Dalton, our general, would become feminist. Well, interesting. Didn't expect that, but you know, let's go with a worthy cause. So maybe we're gonna get that suffragette movement going on and change the laws. Declaration of the Rights of Women. Al Ross has written a work arguing for the political and civic rights of women, presenting a vision for equality between the sexes in the political sphere. This tract should be widely disseminated, which will make her more popular, or other political leaders should study this. Actually, I like that. Let's get other political leaders and let's make them feminist. Boom. Did anyone become feminist? Let's check here. Ella Ross, of course, intelligentsia. Now, yay. Caesar Bagby is now feminist. So is Ozian Houston. I don't know how to pronounce that name, I'm sorry. Must be a very old-timey name. Then Jermaine Joplin is just a pacifist, so... of course, rural folk are led by General Jeremiah Dalton. And armed forces by Jeremiah Elkins, who remains a committed traditionalist. Oh well. Right, finally our GDP is a little bit on recovery mode, which is good. Now we have the floating harbor, which will let us build more ports. Now let's just do that now. Let's just make those ports bigger and capable of engaging in more trade. Right, we can have a new technology. So concrete dry docks. This will unlock the modern port for the port production method, which is, yep, that's what we want now, because we're now a trading country and we only focus on trade. We have some unproductive trade routes. Let's just remove those. Let's import engines. Now, we don't have a good way of importing engines from anywhere. Combustion engine unlocked, so we can start making cars. But we have bigger problems than the lack of cars. Yes, let's reduce the taxes since we are making a lot of money now. And the taxes will increase the standard of living, which is still quite high, but not as high as it was quite recently. Right, United States of America wishes to enter a trade agreement with us. Yeah, let's do that. Well, that will enable us to trade with them more, which is always a positive. So given that now we have opened our markets to the United States, maybe we can actually take advantage of better production methods. And yes, we can, indeed. Let's see, I think electricity, no, not yet. We're not ready for that. Neither are we for chainsaws which require oil. But still, that's an improvement. Let's see what we have here. Textile mills. No, sewing machines are not available to us as a more productive, more efficient method. Yes. Right now we're just gonna have to stay here where we are with textile mills. But furniture factories, nope, still stuck. Oh well. At least it's not handcrafted. Precision tools. We don't have enough qualification, so we just lack work power. We have a lot of qualified people, they're just not working here. And we have an input shortage of hardwood. Yeah, it's actually, it's right here. They keep telling me to import more hardwood. So let's do that. Let's get the Spanish market to import some hardwood here. Let's get some engines from the American market. Clothes is a... I think we'll solve the clothes problem once we can make more effective textile mills. Not yet. Right. Was that a call to an event? Might have missed that. Let's see, do we have any problematic trade routes? Unproductive trade routes. Right. Cigars to China. No longer effective. We don't have a lot of stuff to export to begin with. So I'm fine with a little bit of a minus. Just don't go overboard and we're good. Right, so bureaucracy is looking much better. So we can just open some more trade routes. Luxury clothes from Austria. Steel from the American market, why not? Hardwood from the American market, yes please. New parties formed in our country, Liberal Party. Huh. I'm sure we had that before. What else do we need? We have some unproductive trade routes. I'll just give them more time. Expensive government goods. Well, these are always expensive. Now let's see if we can import more explosives from the Sicilian market. Anything else? Glass. No good way to import glass. What about steamers? Yes, the American market is offering steamers. Let's just get them coming into our country. I know we're making them too, but I don't think we're making enough. And we have quite a few vacancies as well. Alright, even the synthetics plants are not as effective as we want them to be. Paper plants, what if we improve? Yes, let's do paper bleaching. And look at that, rotary valve engine. Some good paper going on. Brilliant. We have 30,000 unemployed here, so let's start subsidizing something. I don't like having so many unemployed people. Boom. Oh, look at that, we have 3 events. Sierra Leone Unredacted. A book rejected for publication in Sierra Leone due to restrictive laws has been accepted by the Liberian publisher. Yeah, I like the sound of that. The publisher should show more tact and respect our neighbors. I don't care about our relations with Sierra Leone, so by the laws of Liberia, they have the right to print it. Thank you and goodbye. Land of the plenty. The country's high standard of living has resulted in a widespread sense of contentment with status quo, favoring Caesar Bagby in the sitting Social Democratic Party in the ongoing elections. If it's not broken, why fix it? Or we can say laud Caesar Bagby's achievements, which will make him more popular. I guess these two are kind of the same. This is the default for some reason. You know what? I'm gonna laud Caesar Bagby. The Communist Prussian Flu. What? A massive outbreak of an especially deadly... Is this what it's going to be called in history? Ah yes, the Communist Prussian Flu. Only communists could get it. It threatens to spread rapidly, potentially escalating into a global pandemic. Huh. Is that the specter of communism? I hope it doesn't reach Liberia. Okay, Communist Prussia is not doing well with its flus, I guess. Right, so we're making quite a lot of money right now. Maybe we should increase the salaries. Peace treaty between Spain and Haiti. What's going on there? Oh wow. AI Haiti has expanded. That's quite interesting. And there's a war in Algeria between Austria and France, right? Yep. What is Communist Prussia doing? Fighting Prussia, as expected. Oh, the Kalmar Union has been declared. Wow, that's quite impressive. I've never seen the AA do that before. New South Wales is doing great. Are they dependent on Britain? No, as a matter of fact, New South Wales, which spans the whole of Australia and the Northern Ireland and New Zealand, is actually completely independent from the Great Britain. That's interesting. I wonder how that happened. Although, to be honest, if you're playing as one of those countries, it's not that hard to separate yourself from Britain. The reason being is that they kind of get lazy when you try to declare independence. If they don't care about you, they won't fight you up. The Red Menace. The rise of communism in powerful countries like Austria has become a talking point in the Liberal Party election campaign, warning against a similar homegrown movement. Kinda streets... Kindia, I'm sorry. India streets will not run red with blood or otherwise. The international workers' movement cannot be stopped by parliamentarians. So that will improve our relations with Austria and give more momentum to Social Democratic Party. Or we can say, you know, we don't want blood or whatever to run. You know what, for a long time these two parties were friends, but now they're enemies. I'm just gonna go with the international workers' movement. Social Democratic Party is like the main party in our country, so that's the one I do want to support. As they're losing their clout steadily. Let's see. It's going terribly with the free trade. By the way, if you're asking why am I always on number 5 even when I have problems to solve, it's because the game slows down considerably after the 1900 year, because there's a lot of stuff going on. So just to counteract that, I don't want the game to go too slowly. I don't want each episode to be like, you know, half a year or something, because then the series will never end. Right, let's look at the textile mills. Soon enough, as soon as we get free trade, and we won't. I'm really tired of this free trade thing. It's a shame that nobody else wants free trade. That would be so helpful. It would make it so easy for us to make new trade routes. But for now, let's just focus on getting women's suffrage passed. Let's do that, because you know what women's suffrage is gonna do? It's gonna, I think it's gonna increase the workforce by 30% or something like that. That's really seductive, isn't it? It's gonna be good for our economy, and it's morally right. Right, we have some unproductive trade routes. Let's just drop them. Maybe we can make some new ones. Right. Yeah, steel is mostly unproductive. There's no way to import these goods that's productive for us, unfortunately. It is what it is. We like tobacco. I don't take tobacco. Of course, it is what it is. Trade routes need some more convoys, but so far, I think we have maxed out our ports. We can't increase the amount of those convoys, except unless we have one here. Let's see what's happening right now in the Liberian Gabon. Right. Yeah, it's fully employed. That's nice. I guess people immigrated here to work in the Liberian Gabon, which is fine with me. Right, we can start having more construction sectors, especially where we have peasants. So a couple more, and then so I believe here, yeah, we have 40,000 peasants. Let's see what sort of productive industries could we have. Oh, look at that! So mechanized workshops for furniture industries are now effective. Not sewing machines, but mechanized workshops? Not in all of them. Let's just brute force that. Why not? Paper mills are not terribly efficient right now. We do need that paper. Right, and we need to import more tools, as it's really bad when tools are expensive in your country. Water tube boiler will slightly improve the efficiency of the tooling workshop, so let's go with that. Maybe even build an additional one, since we have some unused construction sector. Maybe build more textile mills. Oh, look at that. Sewing machines are now... Ooh, even elastics are good. Automatic power looms. Somehow that became a thing that's effective. Okay, let's just go back to the old ways, because obviously it's not. At least it's not effective everywhere, but mechanized looms works. But right here... Okay, sewing machines are good. Elastics are good. Automatic power looms. That's great. And look at that. Our GDP is on its way to recover. It's almost at 29 million. So when it reaches 30 million, we're just going to be back at the same level where we were before. And we now have women's suffrage. Plus 15% workforce ratio. So it's, yeah, plus 15%. It's not perfect, but quite good. And plus 33% dependent enfranchisement. So that means women can vote, obviously. Yay! We have it now. And that is brilliant. That means I think we need to let a week pass. All of a sudden we have all of these unemployed people in the country, right? Yes, we do indeed. And they get employed immediately. But that should improve efficiency of our economy immensely. Although here it's just peasants. So we can try and look for an industry that would work well for this region. Let's see. Right now motor industries give a plus 1,000, but that's not as good as we want it to be. But maybe tooling workshops look good here. Let's see if we need to import anything. Yeah, missing steel. Some engines would be good. Tools from the Qing market. Sicilian hardwood. Come over here. American coal. Why not? We don't have a lot of places to export it. Oh, chairs to the Spanish market. Why not? So we have some inactive trade routes with Austria, because I think Austria lost the civil war. Is that the case? Let's go back to Austria. Or... oh, that's the market. That's how it looks so chaotic. Let's just cancel these trade routes and look what's happening there. Yeah, Now, Austria is doing well. No, yeah, Communist Austria is the green one. So, yeah, Communist Austria is taking over. That's why these trade routes are ineffective. But the British can import some coal. Sicilians can give us some tools. What else do we have? We need some wood from Sicily. Once again, luxury clothing from the Sicilian market. Why not? We have a lot of more capacity to import goods. So let's export as well. Fabrics, no. But Sicilians would like to have some of that furniture from us. We can export grain into the British market. Why not? If you buy it, I will sell. Let's just lose those unprotected trade routes. As the prices for goods in your country decrease, some of the routes will naturally become unproductive, and that is fine. That is not a bad thing. It's actually quite a good thing, because that's why you're importing goods in the first place, to decrease the prices of these goods. But now we just need more coal, and we don't have an efficient way of importing coal. Let's see, is Benin actually trying to get their coal? Yes, it is. Current of radical liberal thought is spreading internationally and has reached Liberia. Let's hear what they have to say, or sounds like a menace. Ella Ross, come on, she's a hero. Let's not call her a menace. The Communist Prussian Flu spreads. Oh no, the Communist Prussian Flu has come to Liberia. That is terrible. So we're having a flu pandemic. Oh, City of Plenty. So they want to party during a flu pandemic. That is terrible. Diplomatic pact is at risk of breaking. Wow. So the US might cancel our trade agreement. So let's improve relations with the US. And let's see if any other countries want to improve relations with us, or are available for relation improvement. Wow. French are revolting. Huh. I wonder if at a certain point the revolt goes so bad for France that we can actually take over the colonies. Expensive government goods. That is not good for us. We need some of those goods. So let's start importing more coal. Scandinavian wood, why not? French tools. French coal. Spanish tobacco. More tools from Austria. We need glass. What else do we need? Some engines. Again, from the French Proletarian Revolution. And let's see if we have more effective ways of going about our business. Yeah, it's still quite difficult with our textile mills. There's an event. Communist Flu. Wow, it appeared in null state. That's terrible. Pray for the people in null state. Then it spread into the Windward Coast. Oh, but actually textile mills here are at least performing considerably better. I don't understand. Oh, we need silk for those. Let's just get some of that silk from the Qing and Sicilian market and see if we can take advantage of that. Maybe once we get the silk import going, we can improve the efficiency of our textile mills. We need more silk. French proletarian silk. How about that? It's the silk of revolution. And so far it seems to be working well here. Perhaps we can make it work well here as well. No, but almost. We're getting closer and closer to actually making more efficient production in our luxury clothes factories, but we have some unpredictable trade routes. It's a lot of trade management when you have your own market going on. Alright, let's cancel these. Let's see if we can have more productive ones. Wood from the British market, luxury clothes. Oh, radical food at Geelong. We have an armed conflict. That will not really help our economy. Alright, Jeremiah Dalton, it's on you. Get out there and show those food at Geelong radicals. We can improve our military. So that's, you know, good opportunity for that. Yeah, let's fight that war. The war is not costly enough for us to actually worry about it. Let's just look at those goods that are too expensive and start importing more and more of those goods. Anything is better than having a shortage, even if it's not terribly productive. Oh, no. That's not where I wanted to go. Oops. Yeah, let's just pause the game quickly. We need ammunition. Tools from the Spanish market. Luxury clothing from the Austrian market. No way that's effective to import coal, but we can start exporting our furniture. Let's do that. And textiles, fabric, is becoming very expensive. Oh, probably exporting the fabric makes our textile mills less effective, which is not perfect, but it'll do. So I don't perfectly understand as to why synthetics plant is not effective, but let's just subsidize it, because I think if we make enough silk, we can start thinking about making more luxury clothing in our country. Oh, obviously I'm over the bureaucratic limit. The flu spreads, so I guess it's pretty much in the whole country now, huh? Let's see what we can do about it. It's killing our population a little bit, but not by much. Not a huge issue. And I don't know what the game wants me to do about the flu pandemic. It doesn't really give me any choices. Mining accident. Once again, Iman Liberia has collapsed, and who are we blaming? We're blaming the abuse of the common man. That cannot continue. And the flu spreads to the null state again. What a terrible thing to happen to great people in null. Aha, so now that we're making a lot of silk, it's becoming inefficient to import it. Which is quite interesting. We're lacking steel, cannons, fertilizer, and so on. So let's just keep. Okay, we won the war. That is great. Oh, we're at a position where we can actually start exporting silk. And let's cancel a few of those unproductive trade routes. Let's see. Okay, we need to import sulfur. Wait a second. Where can we get that sulfur from? Our Prussian markets. It feels like some sort of an whack-a-mole situation when it comes to managing your trade networks. But I guess we're doing well because the economy is recovering. The flu spreads. Oh no, terrible, terrible things happening in null state. Let's import some more hardwood. Unproductive trade routes. Really happy to cancel those out since we don't have a lot of bureaucracy. Could have more. What is such a drag on our economy right now, on our budget? That's the government wages, so let's just reduce them for a bit. Maybe increase the taxes too, and we're back, we're balanced. But it's kind of upsetting that our tax revenues have dropped a little bit. Okay, so nitroglycerin is a better way to cure iron, and let's just go with that instead. Atmospheric engine pump is... I'm very confused when this happens, because sometimes, you know, you select one method and then the other method is more effective, then you click back and the other method is again more effective. So it can be sometimes a little bit confusing when it acts like that. Okay, we can use electric sawmills, but not chainsaws. And steam donkey in a logging camp, so now our logging camps are actually effective. Alright, we have 3 more events, flu spreads and null state. I don't know what that is supposed to even mean, except that there is a state that's not filled in a variable somewhere in the game. And we have some inefficient trade routes that we're gonna fix. Let's see, what else can we do? We need government goods, so we'll focus on those. But other than that, we can't really import much here. And our bureaucratic deficit is much bigger now than before, so we need to start thinking about reducing that bureaucratic deficit. Of course, the best way is to have more government administration. Wait, perhaps we could just build it here, right? What are we lacking? Electricity. Alright. Can we build electric industries? Power plants. Here we go. Let's build that, and government institution as well, because we have some populations that are not working here. Same for our people in this part of Liberia. See, different part of Liberia than that part of Liberia. Let's see if we can make our furniture plant and furniture manufacturing more productive. And so far it seems like no, but we are lacking electricity, so maybe let's just have some more power plants. They're not a huge dragon economy. Right now we're at 29, so really recovering. It's looking good so far. The deadly flu pandemic appeared in null state. And we don't care about null state, because it doesn't exist. Electric trains are not effective yet. The coal is very expensive. Whew, this whole game of whack-a-mole is quite intense. We have 7 routes for coal. Let's just cancel the small ones, perhaps. We don't need every trade route that we currently have. Like this one. Are we importing or exporting? We're actually exporting silk. It's quite efficient. That's of course good news for us. We don't need coffee from the United States. I don't think so, at least. Very small amount of tools coming from Austria, so let's cancel that. Same with wood from Britain and China. This is the Prussian state, and we could do better. Just 9 convoys here. So we're freeing up some convoys as well, not just bureaucracy. How many convoys do we have available right now? Depends on who you ask. It's either 1,000 or minus 600. Okay, let's get... I don't know if it's even... could be the same trade route, but like it says the amount is quite high, so let's stick to that one. Prussian hardwood. And you don't want to... No, I'm not going to make that joke. Yeah, and it seems like we need regular wood. We take that from Spain. Glass from the French market. And look at that, our GDP has crossed the threshold of 30 million, and we're now number 9 when it comes to our GDP per capita. So we have overtaken Portugal. And we're closing in on East India Company. Which is... Why is it... Did it get independent? No way. Oh. So it's a major power now. Not a great power, but a major power. Wow. Okay, I didn't expect that. But interestingly enough, just a quick overview, what we have is an independent East India Company. So a whole company is just an independent country now, which is dystopian, I suppose. Then we have the Kalmar Union here. Is Prussia communist now? No, so the communist, Austria lost the civil war. Prussia is not communist either, so that civil war was won by the non-communists, I suppose. And now France, of course, is still a constitutional monarchy, so somehow the communists lost in the end. But the revolution is taking over Algeria, I suppose. So that's a quick overview, really. Everything else here looks quite normal, but I'm interested in... So Britain, despite losing East India Company, despite losing... Well, okay, so New Wales is becoming communist. But yeah, despite losing Australia, it's still number one when it comes to their GDP, but their GDP is kind of dropping off. I suppose the same is true for most countries, except for Prussia. That is exploding. As is our GDP. And ideally, if we were ranked fairly, yeah, we would still end up at number 29. I guess our max is number 28. And that is due to certain issues that we're slowly solving. Like, we're number one in terms of standard of living. So I could almost say that we almost recovered our position that we had when we were still in the Spanish market. So yay, it's working out slowly. Thank you for your patience with me trying to fix the market. I suppose that's not the most interesting episode, but still thank you for watching, and like and subscribe if you like it, and I'll be sure to make more. Thank you and bye. See you next time.